Welcome to G Out Loud. My name is Gylliayn, and I interview artists and all creative people all throughout New York, and actually throughout the world. Today I have Fred with me, and Fred just started an empowerment center for women. So I'm very delighted to have him here today. He's gonna talk about how he got his empowerment center started, and also little other things that is really gonna inspire you maybe to perhaps to start your own empowerment center. So Fred, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So tell me, now they call you Buddha Fred. So why is that?
So that's like my spiritual name, and I guess I'm a spiritual soul. But somebody gave me that name, and I've just adopted it. So they called me Buddha Fred.
Well, that's interesting. Well, I've actually been signed up to your texts, and I receive texts from you every single day. So tell me now, then they come every morning at the same time, so first thing of the day. And I wanted to know what got you started in that. Why do you send these texts every single morning?
So I just think that people need some daily inspiration. I try not to deliver the same text every day. Actually, it started because I used to like to do these crypto quotes in the newspaper, so I like to do these daily quotes. I thought they were always very meaningful. So instead of having to actually do the puzzles, I thought people would just like to get the quotes. So that's how that started. I've been doing that for about 4 years now.
Well, I have to say, he is the one. He is serious what he does. He sends quotes every morning, like 3 different quotes with images. So sometimes it's that one quote that you get that just resonates with you. He's the one that's going to make sure that you wake up feeling like $1,000,000. So now I wanted to ask you too. I was reading notes about your, what you do, and in it I saw that you're writing a book or you've written a book. Can you tell me more about that?
I'm currently writing a book. Actually, I started writing a book a few years ago. It's going to be called Keep Smiling, because I always have this smiling
like
face.
That song,
yeah.
Keep smiling.
But after putting it together, I decided I need to take a different tact. So now it's going to be like these 31 daily inspirational lessons. So 31 daily lessons for your life and how to have a powerful and amazing life. And so right now I've sort of completed the 31 lessons, or at least I've identified them. And now I'm putting them together, and I'm using them on myself and some other people. And probably in the next 2 or 3 months, the book will be out.
That's kind of fun, because I know I used to have a book where I just close my eyes and I pick a page. And the page that I picked would actually mean something for me. So I think with your book, that's exactly what it's going to be like, where people can just, flip a page, any page without looking, and that quote is going to be what they're supposed to be hearing today to get them through the day. That's great. Wow, I'm definitely going to get that book, because not only your text every morning, I'll be able to have fun and, choose something that's going to get me going that day. So, okay. This is really great stuff. So now I really want to know more about your empowerment center. That is fascinating what you've told me so far when we talked earlier.
Yes.
But please tell me more about your empowerment center.
So the Empowerment Center started because I was completing something called the Curriculum for Living. So there's an organization called Landmark Education, and they deal with helping people become effective in life. And they have a core program called the Forum, which I took back in 1982.
82. Weren't you just born in 82?
But I took it a while back, and the form was a little different back then, but it's evolved, and now they have something called the Curriculum for Living, and what's happened is that I'm now completing the last part of that program, and there's a seminar.
It's like a selfless plug for Forum right now.
Well, there's a seminar. It's a very powerful course. I recommend that everybody do it. But I'm involved with a workshop called the Self-Expression and Leadership Program, and we had to design a community project.
Oh, nice.
So one of the projects that came out was this empowerment center. And so I have a friend named Dawn, and she's going through a divorce.
Okay.
And I've known her for about 1.5 years, and I just realized that even though she's been going through the divorce, she's been struggling. Part of that has been legal assistance, part of it has been financial, part of it has just been her having the self-confidence. But, also being afraid to move on, because she would be a single parent and she wouldn't have somebody, provide for her. So in that, I decided that there are a lot more other people that need this. And so the Empowerment Center sort of started and became, became a
So
project.
is this part of your text that you send out every day? Did she motivate you, inspire you to send out these texts?
No, I met her about a year
Oh.
and a half ago, but the text
I thought,
started
oh.
really about 4 years ago.
Oh,
So
okay.
that started beforehand, yes.
Wow. So, okay, so you met her, she was going through a divorce, and you felt that there wasn't enough resources out there for her to get back on her feet? Is this why it got you?
There's plenty of resources, but I think sometimes people need a structure. People need a much more supportive structure when you're going through a divorce, and is that some people need a place outside their home to relax and unwind. And part of it may be, libraries close at 9 o'clock, whatever it is. When you're a mom, you may not start your evening, right, have time for yourself until like 9:30 or whatever. And they don't want to be in the same house as their spouse or soon-to-be ex-spouse.
Right.
And so she had that difficulty.
You
in
sounded
which-
like a big brother right now.
And so this wellness center has computers, printers, other things like that, whereby people can go and learn about building their own business, other things
Wow.
like that, as well as access to self-improvement materials. So whether they want a book or an audio book or whatever to learn about things, as well as workshops. So we have some holistic practitioners that come in that will do massage or Reiki or other things like that to help them, as well as there's some spiritual counseling. So I do something called the Course in Miracles as well. I'm also a student
The
of...
Course in Miracles. I know some of you probably heard of the Course in Miracles. It's been around for years and years and years. So I know part of the text that he sends is quotes from the Course in Miracles. So I know that this really is a part of your world too,
Yes.
having studied that.
Yeah, so that's part of it, and then also, I study Nichiren or SGI Buddhism, and that's empowered me as well. And so all these various aspects, I think.
So I think I see a glow over you right now. It's like he's glowing, like all these teachings that he's doing right now. I mean.
So I don't know exactly what's going to resonate with somebody, but I figure if they're in a positive setting and they're able to have some sort of support structure for themselves, that would help them.
So let me ask you, I know some of you are probably asking this too, so what would a guy, you being a man, and a woman going through a divorce, why would she want to come to you as a man for advice in an empowerment center when actually she's going through a divorce and maybe want to be around other women?
Well, it's not really my advice. There's actually other women involved in the program, but it's a support structure for them. So they can mingle and become friends with other women. I'm just a facilitator.
Right.
That's
Okay.
all.
I'm just thinking, because if I was going through a divorce, and I know what you have is empowerment, but I think some people would ask the question, well, what makes you the guru of divorcees, right? And that, maybe they're gonna, they're looking for a husband, and maybe they go in there, I'm just saying, So, okay, so is there a cost to join this empowerment center?
No, there's no cost to join this empowerment center. Currently, it's free, but there may be some cost depending on what workshop you want to do. But it's really more of an offering. It's not like there's a course per program, and we'll see how that goes.
So it's free. Wow.
Yes.
Now, where is this empowerment center located?
So right now it's located in Long Island. Actually,
Long
it's in
Island.
Massapequa, and we may be moving at some point. But right now, it's out of my house. It's upstairs. I renovate the whole upstairs as the center, but I may be looking to get bigger facilities,
Yeah.
depending on how this. works
Yeah,
out.
because you don't want anybody knocking at your door late at night saying, Fred,
Yes.
Buddha Fred, let me in. I need to use the computer. My
Yes.
lawyer's on the phone. Right? No, but that's awesome that you're using your space for that.
Yes.
And I can see how, a lot of women will use these resources because it's true, there isn't a lot out there for, let's face it, people that get divorced are going through domestic abuse, are going through all kinds of things. And if you can have a smorgasbord of things to empower them to get back up on their feet, just that blanket, that certain amount of block of time when they're feeling discouraged, right?
Yeah, well, actually, it's more of a network whereby, the center itself has various members, but it's really for them to network with other people that are struggling or going through different situations that might be able to help them. And sometimes it's just a matter of seeing something differently.
Yeah. No, I agree. I totally agree on that. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm very, very honored to be able to meet you and to hear all about what you've been doing and what you're gonna be doing. And I know all the women out there, look for Buddha Fred. He's on Facebook. Do you have a website?
Yeah, it's buddhafred.com.
BuddhaFred.com. So look out for him and his book and his empowerment center in Long Island. I know for sure you're gonna be probably expanding out, because once women know about this, they can go there for free. Wow. You know, and especially other women can go there and, you know, meet other women and have similar stories. And I agree with you, because I know sometimes, you know, people get empowered indirectly. They may go to a shrink and they're talking about what they did when they were 12 years old and blah, blah. We've all heard this before. But being around other women, you know, it's just saying, hey, they're not alone. They don't feel alone. So I think that's really great what you're doing. Yeah.
Well, thanks.
And I'm very happy to, you know, be your friend and be a part of this big, you know, organization that you're building. So is there anything else that you want to tell us while we close? Anything you want to tell our viewers about you, that maybe little tidbit, but you know, that maybe only some people know, that maybe like we'd like to know? A secret maybe?
No, there's no real secret to being happy in life. It's all about, you know, thinking positively and having happy thoughts.
Happy Thoughts. That's the name of his book. Isn't that the name of your book? That's the name of his book.
But
he's very smart in the marketing.
But it is about, you know, seeing the glass as half full. So I'm a, you know, glass half full kind of guy. So
Okay.
Depending on the situation, I will always see the positiveness in that. You know, so that's, you know, so that's what I try to do, and I think it's about giving back to the world, and so this project and what I do is all about joy, love, and happiness, and giving back.
Right. Well, like I said, you know, so look out for Buddha Fred and all the great things that he's doing for us women going through difficult times. And they don't have to be necessarily divorced, right?
No, they don't.
I mean, I know that's your thing, but it could be just women that are going through,
Yeah,
you know, a rough patch, you know, a hard time.
Absolutely, yes. I have women right now that were divorced, but they're still part of the center because they're looking to reinvent themselves. I have one lady that's looking to become a massage therapist, and she's been struggling with how to build her own business and how to manage school along with everything else that she's doing. And so she's been utilizing my time and my space to try to get herself better situated.
So just one quick question before we go. Yeah. Can men join? I know it's a woman, but would you refuse a man to come?
No, I wouldn't refuse the men, but it's not.
We are people, you know.
It's not a pickup joint. So, yes, if they're into what the center's about, yes, then yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. Okay, so I think we heard a lot about you and what you do. And again, find him on his website. It's
BuddhaFred.com.
BuddhaFred.com and on Facebook. Well, again, I want to thank you for coming here today and letting me find out more about you. My name is Gylliayn, and this is G Out Loud.